Good morning, happy Wednesday, and happy 3 days out. I woke up feeling significantly better. I think the increased food has helped me a ton. I matched my prep low weigh-in, and it's just a great day. So I did get my lower body training session in this morning, my last one of the week, just to get some blood flowing and get my body moving. I was able to take posing photos after and get some stretching in, and then I went to the grocery store. So I got a ton of stuff from the grocery store, so I figured we could do a last grocery haul of peak week. This is stuff for my show and after the show, and then obviously meals leading up to it. So a lot of my typical stuff, because the name of peak week and of prep and going into your show is consistency, sticking with foods that work for you, but I still figured I would show what I got anyway. So let's get into it. Okay, the first thing I got, egg whites. I got 3 containers of these, and then I got some eggs. I got some freezer bags. This will be really helpful for packing things as we're traveling to Milwaukee, just if we need to put anything in a bag. I got quite a few sweet potatoes. This is a carb source that digests really well for me, and it's also a little bit higher in potassium. I got some of these rice packets. The grocery store that I go to here in Chicago is Jewel-Osco, and they have these like organics jasmine rice packets that you can just microwave. They are super convenient and they settle well on my stomach, and they're also really good for traveling. So that's kind of my favorite carb source to have for show day. I got some more strawberries. These are my other egg white containers. I got 2 bags of frozen tilapia. This is more so for meals leading up to the show. I might pack 1 meal with tilapia traveling to the show, but not the best like protein source for actual show day. So this is more so for before and after, just to stick with my consistent meals. I got some Zevias. I ran out of these and haven't had them in a few days, and I'm very excited. These are naturally flavored, so some coaches have you pull artificial sweeteners. Mine is a proponent of that, and he tells me to be mindful starting today of any artificial sweeteners. But what's really good about these is they're naturally flavored, so I could keep these in if I would like. Let's see. Okay, on to my last bag. I got some romaine for bowls. I think this is mostly my produce. Yes, avocados, apples, really good carb source as well. And then lastly, asparagus. So that is everything. I'm gonna put all of this away. Last thing. Where is it? 2 last things. I got onion powder. This is one of my absolute favorite seasonings. I haven't ever used it before until prep, and I'm obsessed with it. I think it makes everything taste so good. And then I saw this on a whim, so it was definitely an impulse grab, but for post-show, I got a can of pumpkin. So I will be using this for some fun fall recipes after my show. I haven't had this in my diet, so I'm not going to add it in now, just for consistency's sake and not adding in any new variables. But I am so excited to get into all of the fun fall recipes after prep. So I figured I would grab this and maybe make some sort of fall breakfast, something for the day after my show. But that is actually everything now, and we will catch up later. For breakfast today, we have a fall-inspired little breakfast bowl. I've got seasoned chicken with air-fried sweet potato and Honeycrisp apple, and some egg whites. I just finished up work for the day, and it honestly was more stressful of a work day than I would have liked to have had for peak week, but we are officially on PTO, so I did take tomorrow and Friday off so that I can prep for the show and just get ready and relax and not have to worry about anything. So I am very grateful and excited for that. Tomorrow will be spent mostly just relaxing and doing a little bit of like pre-packing and organizing, going to the store if there's any like last minute things that I forgot to grab and realized that I need. And most of my packing will be done on Friday. So I'm very excited to show that and walk through like the little checklist that I have. I am a very type A when it comes to organizing, a very type A person when it comes to like organizational things. So I made a very extensive packing list for my first show that I'll be using for this go round because it was great. We had everything that we needed, and then also my coach sent over kind of like his items for me to have as well. So we'll go over all of that on Friday, but for now, I got a package. I don't know if I said this, but my posing heels broke yesterday or the other day, I don't even know which day, and I haven't had them for very long. This is my first season of competing, so I have only had them for a few months. They are from the brand Pleaser, so not like, I feel like the most popular ones are the Shoe Fairy, and there's another one that I can't think of right now, but these were ones that my coach had recommended to me, and they honestly had been fantastic until they broke. So that was a little bit stressful. I did rush order these ones. Thank goodness I had that as an option. So yeah, I figured that I would just open this package up while I talk about a topic that's been on my mind, which is, sorry you can't see this, but that's okay. But a topic that's been on my mind, which is post-show and how I'm feeling about that. So with the grocery haul earlier, you'll see that I got a ton of my staple things to have. Let me not show my address. How is the best way for me to do this? Okay, yay, I'm so glad these are here. But post-show and how I'm feeling about all of that. So in the grocery haul, sorry to recap, brain fog is still among us. I got food. Maybe I'm not a good multitasker. Maybe I just need to talk about this and then open the package. I got meals or things, food, prep staples that I've had in my diet to make meals after the show that I'm familiar with. So the biggest thing that I think about with post-show is I've watched a lot of people's experiences. I've watched a lot of, post-show vlogs and reverse diet vlogs and all of those things. And I think I'm a little bit on the scared side for what my experience is going to be. Everyone's experience is entirely different. I think it's largely dependent on your relationship with food while you're actually in your prep. And for me, this entire time, I've been really, really grateful to have had a super strong and healthy relationship with food and view of food. I haven't had issues, you know, like binging or feeling the need to go off plan or anything like that. So I would like to think that that has set me up for a really successful post-show experience, and that I won't have all of those like unhealthy behaviors kind of come to fruition. So that's my hope, but I'm also not taking lightly how serious your post-show is. Your body is in such a sensitive state. You are super lean. Your hormones are not functioning as they should be, and that can disconnect your brain and your hunger cues from your actual body. And I don't want to take that lightly. So I feel like I have almost stressed myself out a little bit about like thinking about post-show, but it's really in the spirit of like, I want to be mindful that this is a really important process, and I'm going to have to actively work to not like get totally consumed by just like the state that my body's in once I go back to non-prep eating and like routine, if that makes sense. So I'm a super big routine person by nature anyway, so I will keep those things in, just like I would do that anyway sort of thing. But I know that keeping like consistent meals, like I mentioned, is really helpful. Training, keeping in cardio for a little bit, and my coach will design my post-show plan in reverse, and he said that he will share that with me after my show. So that's something that I can talk about once we get to that point. But I don't know, I'm trying to not be scared of the process and of the experience, but I have heard a lot of people talk about in these like vlogs and their experiences how you just can't really prepare for how difficult it is, and a lot of people say that that's harder than your actual reverse. I'm slowly unboxing this as we go. So yeah, that's kind of how I feel. I'm so excited to be able to go out and socialize and have regular dining experiences with my family and friends and loved ones. Yay. I'm so excited to put these on. I am now realizing how dirty mine are, which I kind of want to show a side by side, which is a little gross, but I might. Yeah, I'm just really excited to be able to socialize normally again with my friends and family and have those experiences that are centered around food and partake in like regular activities like that. So it's definitely going to be a balance. I can talk more about how I plan to like structure my new routine as I exit out of my prep and enter back into society, if you will. Just things that I'm planning on doing to hold myself accountable and have a really, healthy as possible reverse. So this is the last heel. That wasn't much of an unboxing, so sorry about that. But I'm so excited that these are here. Cool. I am going to put these away, make my last meal, get some steps in because I'm behind on steps for sure, and we will catch up. Happy 2 days out. I am so happy to be off work today. I got the best sleep that I've had in quite some time last night. So I woke up feeling really, really good. And I think the extra carbs definitely helped as well, which is amazing. I am in the middle of taking my check-ins for my coach right now. I will give a weight update later on, and also kind of a rundown of what my peak week protocol has been, because I don't think I've done that yet. But today is a major relax, get things done in preparation for tomorrow, for packing, and did I say relax type of day. So I'm very excited. I'm going to do my check-in, make my first meal, and we will catch up. Hello, this is just me getting ready for a little coffee date that I had this morning. I wanted to spend some time and do my makeup and do my hair and just get ready for the day. I think something that I've missed with prep is being able to enjoy slow mornings. So I am such a morning person. I'm sure I've said that before, but with prep, the routine that I had in the morning was so regimented. It was like down to the minute so that I had time to get everything in that I needed. It was like wake up in the morning and then have your first meal and then go for a walk for digestion and then head to the gym and then warm up and then do training and then do cardio, and everything was just so step by step that this day being able to have a slower morning and spend some time getting ready was just really nice and something that I've missed. So really soaked this up and enjoyed, and I don't know, just kind of used it as a little self-care relaxation time because I have music going, and I don't know, I find doing my makeup really therapeutic. And also with prep, I'm not necessarily like fully getting ready every single day because I'm busy and there's a lot to do and all of that. So this was super nice and just a great way to start the day. I didn't show any of the products that I was using, but maybe I could do that in the future. I feel like my daytime makeup routine is pretty consistent, so maybe I could show like an actual what products I use in the future. But enjoy, and we will catch up after my coffee date. I just got back from my coffee date. It was so nice. It was really nice to be able to sleep in a little bit this morning, and I am just such a morning person, so to be able to like not have to rush and do check-ins and get to the gym and get my meals in and just like truly enjoy the morning is one of my favorite things in the world. It's a simple pleasure, so that was really nice. And I am about to make my second meal of the day now. I'm very excited because we are continuing to carb up going into the show, so that's always super nice. I'm still waiting to hear back from my coach on my check-in that I submitted this morning, so we will see what he has to say, but I am very excited about how I was looking this morning, so excited to see what he says, and yeah. Okay, I think this angle will work for us, but let's do a little coffee outfit OOTD first. I wore, let's see, underneath I have my Amazon bodysuit, jumpsuit situation, and then I put on a Lululemon scuba sweatshirt on top of that, and then this jacket, kind of hard to see with the angle, but the jacket is from Zara, and it is my all-time favorite jacket. I love it, and it's perfect for this time of year as we go into fall. So that's the OOTD. I just got a regular cold brew coffee, and then I added in my, let me see if I could find it. I added in my favorite sweet leaf monk fruit drops. This is a natural sweetener. Because for peak week we're watching artificial sweeteners, so this is one that I can keep in, and this is the caramel macchiato flavor. So I just added this to my cold brew, and it is perfect. I'm probably gonna save the rest of this and make one of my sweet and salty cold brews in a little bit because I'm just addicted to them, but this is good for now. So let's make meal number 2. All right, I just did about a half hour of posing. I practiced a ton of my walking in, walking off, my walk to the back in case I have to do that, and I'm feeling really good about it. I am gonna go home. My phone is about to die. It's on like 10%, and make my lunch. I am back home. I don't think I showed my meal, my lunch that I had whenever I got back from posing, but it was essentially just my standard lunch that I always have. So meal prepped chicken, air fried asparagus, air fried zucchini, avocado, and then because today is a carb up day, I added in 52 grams of jasmine rice. So that meal was delicious. It settles on my stomach super well, keeping food sources consistent, salt consistent, all of those good things for peak week tracking. So I had that meal, and then I've honestly just been hanging out around my apartment, not really doing much. I've cleaned up a little bit, but now I am about to go and run some last minute errands. I need to go to the store to get Dove bar soap, so that will be the soap that I use before I get my tan. The tan is very sensitive, if you will, so you don't want to have any sort of moisturizers or lotions. I guess that's the same thing as a moisturizer, but deodorant, fragrances, anything like that, you want none of that on your skin for the day of your tan. So my coach recommended just the like good old Dove bar soap, so that's what I used for show 1, and it worked really well, so I'm going to pick up another one of those. I need to get razors because I will be doing my full body shave in the morning again for my tan, and then just some miscellaneous food items, like I need some more zucchini. I think I'm going to get some more jasmine rice packets to make sure that I have enough for the show and for after. And I think that's it. And then I also need to run to Walgreens to pick up a print order. So I talked about wanting to do something special for my mom as like a thank you gift, and I'll have to show what I made, but she is a very big hot yoga fan. So she goes to a hot yoga studio, and I am going to gift her a package of classes. And I think she'll be really excited about that. But obviously you can't that's not like a fun gift to open. So I made on Canva these like little tickets that say like 1 free yoga class. So I think it turned out really cute. I am not a graphic designer by any means, but I think she'll really like them. So I had to print those off at Walgreens. I'm gonna go pick those up. I also wrote her a very heartfelt letter, just like telling her how grateful I am for her and how much I love her and appreciate her support throughout this whole process. So I also got that printed off because my handwriting was not looking great. So I'm gonna grab those things to finish up her present. I will show her present whenever I put it all together. And I think that's it. I also need to do some laundry, so I'm gonna throw some laundry in before I take off. And yeah, it's been such a good day. Like, I have loved just not having a schedule, being able to do everything at my own pace. I was able to pose for a really long time at the gym, which I feel like I'm always usually rushed to do something else after, because I typically go in the morning. So it's usually like I have to rush to get back home for work, but I took my sweet time. I got in some really good run-throughs and I'm just excited. So 2 days out, all the errands, all the prep, all of the good energy for show number 2. I just had my last meal and I've been sitting on the couch watching YouTube underneath my heated blanket because I cannot get warm today for some reason. I am just about to take my nightly Epsom salt bath. You probably hear it, so sorry if it's loud, but this is something that I've been doing every single night on peak week. It helps with flushing out water and inflammation and is honestly just really relaxing. So I'm about to get in there and I am very excited. We are exfoliated. I took my bath and now I'm about to put away some laundry before I do my final check-in with my coach. So I figured we can chit chat a little bit while I put laundry away and I can just share how I'm feeling specifically for this peak week compared to last peak week. The differences of going into show 1 versus show 2, and yeah. Okay, I think this setup will work. I'm going to be folding a mountain of sweats and leggings. But for last peak week compared to this peak week, the overall strategy that we had in general was, I would say, less aggressive, given that it was my very first show. And knowing that I had to continue prepping longer, I think that is why show number 1 was a little bit more conservative, both from a depletion standpoint. My depletion days were not nearly as difficult as this go around. And then I had a pretty intense, not intense, but just like a significantly higher carb up period. So by this point, last peak week, my carbs were much higher and I was eating a lot more. That was good. I was really happy with how I looked for show 1, but the weight that I've dropped for this show and combined with the approach that we've taken for this show, I think that I look so much better going into this weekend. I feel a lot more defined. My conditioning is obviously better because I've dropped weight. And I don't know, I think just with the less aggressive carb up, I don't feel as full and I don't feel as like uncomfortable as, if you go from eating a certain amount to eating significantly more than that, your body just naturally feels heavier and slower. And I don't know, I feel physically a lot better going into this show. So I'm really excited about that. And also, I feel a lot more relaxed just from the standpoint of expectations and knowing what generally the schedule is going to run like, what I need to be looking for, what I don't need to be stressed about. Just kind of like those first-time competitor unknowns. I don't have those now, obviously, since this is my second go-around. So I think that by nature will just cause me to not be nearly as stressed or like high-strung about things. And so hopefully that will result in my body reacting better and not holding on to inflammation or water or anything like that. But yeah, I think those are the main differences. This week, I felt really good overall. Let me move you while I continue. Can you see me from over there? Yes. What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, run of show for tomorrow. I am going to wake up. I'm going to do my check-ins and get in some very last minute posing. I'm also going to stretch and get steps in because movement helps my digestion a ton. So I want to be sure to do that. My movement protocol for tomorrow, if you will, is 8,000 steps for the total day. So my coach really doesn't want me moving around a ton tomorrow, and tomorrow truly is about just like staying calm, relaxing, not letting my body get worked up at all, and just enjoying the process. So I am gonna get a light walk in and light stretching just because that does make food settle better in my stomach, and tomorrow will be my highest carb day yet. So I'll do that. I will do my full body shave and last shower. So this is probably the last time that you'll see me with makeup on, because starting tomorrow it's no makeup, no deodorant, all natural. And then my mom is gonna come up and she is going to drive me to Milwaukee. Hopefully that is a smooth drive. We'll check into our hotel and then it will be athlete check-in registration time, and then my tanning appointment is right after that. So we have a full but not overly packed or overly busy day for tomorrow, so everything should run smoothly. I'll pack in the morning. I've got my same list from show 1. I knocked out grocery shopping and all of that beforehand, and I think we'll be good. I am so excited. I feel like I'm incredibly emotional and reflective and sentimental about this show, knowing that it is my second and last one of the season. I am really, really excited for what's after. Like, I can't wait to celebrate with my mom after Sunday. I have a few different plans to go and do things with loved ones who I've waited to celebrate with for such a long time now. And just thinking about those things gets me really excited. But then thinking about after the weekend is over and going back into Monday, and Monday not being spent on prep, kind of makes me sad. I hope that I don't get hit heavily with the post-show blues. I hope that I have a smooth reverse. I don't know, maybe it's just the unknowns of everything that's making me a little uncomfortable, but I also just have loved this experience so far, and I've loved what it's given me. And so I think the mentality that I need to have is none of that goes away. Like, I have grown so much as a person. I've learned so much about myself. I view myself really differently, and I've had so many positives come from this experience, and I get to take all of those with me into this next season, and I get to improve, and I get to grow, and I get to focus on my health, which I'm really excited about, because at this point in prep, health is not being optimized. So it'll be really nice to get back to that, but I am definitely sad thinking about life after this weekend. So I'm not going to dwell on that too much. I'm going to stay very focused on the show itself. I am so confident in the package that I'm bringing in this time, and I just can't wait to see the improvements that have been made. So great feelings. I'm gonna take my final check-ins and then get a really good night of sleep, and we will wake up tomorrow one day out. Night. I just took my last show check-ins for this season at my apartment, which is kind of bittersweet. So I'm very happy with how we're looking, and I can't wait to go to